Just a quick viewer warning. Language isn't the issue. What is the issue is this video does contain some stuff about ponds, but it does also contain a lot of coverage of my thumb over the camera. So I apologise in advance. Welcome to another week of the Laurel and Hardy pond build. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and whatever my kids said it was I have to say. Enjoy. Just finished work, so I'm going to grab 10 minutes, quarter of an hour on the pond. You have to excuse the wind, it's been horrendous here. I've repaired the fences, I'm just going to grab a few minutes. This is holding me up at the moment, so obviously this is going to be the filter house. If I just step back without falling in the hole. So this is going to be the filter house, and stood here roughly is either going to be Nexus or Draco, or whatever it is on either side. Bottom drains coming in through there, but obviously in the corner, the main thing I didn't have on my last one, there will be a water feed here, but I didn't have a drain for dirty water, so we're just installing a little drain in the corner. Just going to utilise a bit of 9-inch pipe, gully cover on top, and then 70-68mm outlet. Nothing to specification really, it's just to take the water from this flat section here once it's concreted up, and what we're going to do is just outfill that material and use it as an irrigation system. So what I'll probably do is put either a butt here or run a smaller section of pipeline off of a water butt drum or whatever, and that will allow us to use it as irrigation water feed down to the bottom of the garden. But yeah, this morning all that fencing was down, that trampoline had made its way up to here. Decided to bend the daughter's canine agility kit, whatever it's called. But yeah, so that's the plan for the next hour or so. I'll feed back in a bit, show you it all done. Obviously won't be fitting the cover, it'll be an adjustable cover, so I can then adjust the levels to suit the concrete, because obviously until the pond's done, the filter's in, we don't know what the water level's got to be. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Quick afternoon update. So did a little bit after work tonight. I'm going to carry on while we've got the light evenings. Still bloody windy though. I'm trying not to frown. I got told off in my last video. Apparently I frown too much and look angry, but I can assure you I'm not. Although the digging is starting to wear on me. But if I flip the old camera around, so the dirt piles begin to grow again today. So what I've had to do, she don't know about it yet, but what I've done is started removing plants randomly from around the garden. So what I'm doing is I'm taking shrubs. I don't know if you've ever seen that episode of Mr. Bean where he orders the meat tartare and has to hide it anywhere that he can. So I'm randomly hiding mud piles, and I'll probably just blame badgers or moles or something. I don't think she'll notice, but there you go. Hi. There's the man doing a bit of DIY with me, out helping his daddy, isn't you? Fish thankfully is still in the old pond, so I haven't got to worry, I'm in no rush. Like I said, we'll get around to talking about the pond a bit, because I've actually made some adjustments to the sieve at the top. I've reduced it to a 100 micron sieve now. It's actually filtering much nicer, but I bet it, because of the amount of cleaning that it requires with the 100 micron, I've had to make it a bit easier to clean. So until I upgrade to a decent filter. What are you trying to do? You want to screw a screw in? Come on then, let's see it. Helpful. But yeah, so we've carried on digging, as I say earlier on. Got a gully installed. Obviously you can't set it to level yet until we know the level that the filter's got to sit at, but at least now I can box that off and we can start backfilling some of this dirt. So I spoke to Alternative Aquatics. They're hopefully getting the bottom drain out to me tomorrow, sorry. So that might be at the end of this week, early next week, because I then need to trench. But once that bottom drain's in and concreted, I can start backfilling everything and start getting rid of some of these mounds of dirt. But I think it's inevitable that I am going to need a skip. I'm just taking the decent topsoil off at the moment. It's always handy to keep decent topsoil for the rest of the garden, pots and plants and God knows what else. So yeah, taking off the top layer. This is obviously all down to level now. Finished level is actually the height of those two blocks for the garden around it. So if you picture, that's where the level you'll be stood at. Yeah, cracking. So the bottom drain is actually coming from a company called Alternative Aquatics, and I'll do a bit of an upload on the bottom drain and the pipe when it comes. I think most people have seen it before, but I want to try and do a bit of a step-by-step installation. So it's got built-in air, so it's got a 1-inch line plus the 4-inch bottom pressure pipe. But Alternative Aquatics, yeah, I mean they were great on price. I did shop around, and they were great on price. They were able to dispatch pretty much straight away. And, yeah, no, thoroughly recommend them. They did say to me today that what's on their website is probably only 25% of what's actually available in store, because they're in the throes of updating their inventory on the site. And they also told me that bottom drain bundles, etc., will be going up next week because of price increases. So if you have got a bottom drain that you need to purchase, probably a good time to get in there now. But yeah, the pagoda up, keeping the sun off the pond nicely to a certain degree. That was meant to be sort of a Japanesey stroke, I don't know, style. Plus it was a way of me not having to spend so much on timber. Thinking about it now, it probably wasn't the greatest idea. This pond will actually have it'll have a pagoda over it, but it'll be a proper roof. So, but yeah, that's the update for today. Like I said, on this same video, I won't video it yet because of the wind, but on this same video I will do a bit of a walk around in my own pond. Yeah, give you some information about that. But for tonight at least, it's a goodbye from me. It's a goodbye from the little man up the top there who's screwing screws into God knows what. Slightly concerning. I'll go and check that out now, but yeah, I'm going to finish digging and then I'll catch up with you to have a look over my old pond. Morning all. Good news. We've got sunshine. Nice sunshine. Right, what I'm going to do is, I said I'd give you a quick run through. Excuse the sun behind me. Let's have a sit here for a minute. I'll give you a quick run through of my pond. What I'll do is I'll do a quick video of it up and running, and then I'll shut it off. I haven't got an expensive microphone or anything, so it gets interrupted by the sound of the waterfall otherwise. So let me give you a quick look around, and then we'll look at the filtration and bits and bobs on it and my DIY filter. I've got some pictures of the when I originally made it, so I'll upload those too. But yeah, here we go. There we go. So as mentioned before, it's between 4,500 and 5,000 litres. It's overstocked really, but it runs off of 2 sets of filtration. There's a Oasa that's hidden under the decking, which I'll show you in a minute. And what that does, can't stand pipe work coming into the pond. I don't know why. I think it's more the noise than anything, than being able to see it. But hidden under that decking is the actual filter and the UV itself. And what that does is that goes through a series of network pipes, and that comes out of just that little DIY slope, or whatever you want to call it there. And it's just literally made of weatherproof plywood, and then there's just a roofing material over the top, and then pebbles that are sealed into place. And then over there is the DIY filter that we call the Eden. We're on number 3 now. We've had 2 and 1, both failed, so that's had upgrades as we've gone. But yeah, so the Oasa runs off of a retrofit bottom drain. Retrofit bottom drain is just one of the ones from eBay. I think it was about 70 quid. It's not the aerated one. Wished I had gone the aerated one. They do a really good job. I can recommend them. Anything I would say is I've got a liner. Didn't make sure that I kept the creases out of the bottom of the pond, so in terms of sucking dirt off the bottom, it's only as good as the surface that it's sat on. So I don't know if you can see it. I will do an underwater in a minute, but you can see where there's creases, you do get areas of shit build up. So there's a crease running through the middle, and at the end of it is crap. What I'll do is, if I give them some food, I can quickly show you underwater. So that's everything shut down now. So that's my primary filter. That's a Waza, I can't think what that's called, BioSmart or Biotech 36,000 with the Vitron 36 watt UV. And that literally just outfalls through a pipe, and as I said, goes into the homemade trough, into the pond. And we've got some lights there to light up the waterfall. And then that just drops over the wall and out. And then the other filtration, actually let's just step back a bit, look what arrived. Pipe work. So, there's the hole. Still digging, skips arrived now, which is nice. So this weekend we can crack on. Might do an upload video Saturday just to show, because I'm pretty sure the next day, or at least two, we'll have the rest of that dug out ready for bottom drain install and concrete. So my other filter, another pile of dirt. Oh, just one there. Look, Gloucestershire Bag Company. They're available on Facebook, but I think that was 60 quid. That's a 1200 inspection bowl. Quality wise, absolutely brilliant. I think I ordered, even with the bank holiday, I ordered it and within 3 days it had arrived. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, no, definitely worth the purchase, especially when you see the price of them. This is my DIY filter. So sitting on the bottom, it's just a, excuse the duck, help duck. So again, just a timber chute with roofing membrane on top, just to waterproof it, and then it's a sealant coat over the top, pond safe sealant coat. These are Wham 65 litre boxes. I think the logo's on them somewhere. So they are 65 litre boxes. I think for the 3 they were 36 quid. So the bottom one has just got the bottom drilled out completely, and at the moment that's full of alpha grog. The middle one at the moment is empty, I believe. Just looking to invest in some something a bit more expensive than the alpha grog. I've never had a problem with the alpha grog, but I see the guys on the forums and that talking about pumice and things like that. So I'm going to do some research. If you've got any comments with regarding to decent media, drop them in the comment section. It'd be good to know. Being the top one, so this is version 3. This all runs off of an EA Vari pump, and at the moment that's running at 40%, but I've run it up at sort of 70-80%, and it's been absolutely fine. So the version 3, so this has been running a couple of days now. So just very basic. It's a 100 micron screen, comes in via the inlet on the other side, sifts through 100 micron, and then underneath that we've got, so we've got, sorry, memory for my iPhone, but yeah, underneath that we've got jet mat, and then we've got fine, medium, coarse filtration via sponges underneath that. I think there's some flockor as well, but yeah, total cost for that is less than 100 quid. I think it comes out about 90 something quid. So yeah, if you're looking to make a DIY filter, what I'll do is I'll upload the photos with this video. You can have a look. Just to regarding the Waza, do you know what, a really good filter. This is only 5,000 litres. I mean, they claim 36,000 with no fish, no koi, low stock, whatever. Honestly, I wouldn't put it on a pond that size. This has been fantastic with this. I did have problems with the start, but what I will say is Waza, their clear water guarantee was absolutely brilliant. They were very quick to get in touch. As soon as I'd reported to them that I'd had issues with fines in the water, what they actually done was they swapped the foams out. So that comes with a medium, coarse and fine foam. They actually replaced all of the foams with the, I think it was the medium or the fine, I can't remember now. But they did that free of charge, so I can't fault them. For the money, when you think that cost £100, that cost 600 and something quid, I think it was. That certainly does a far better job. But on a smaller pond, yeah, you can't really beat it. But I made lots of mistakes on this one. I think size being probably the biggest. The amount of people that said to me, if that's the size you think you want, think again and go bigger, and I did. I mean, I started off with a 500 litre pond that was sat up on the deck in there. I thought 5,000, yeah, that should be enough. And no, within 6-7 months, here we are digging dirt hole in the ground. But yeah, I think the other thing is box weld liner. I didn't go box weld, trying to get that liner in without all the creases, especially if you're going for a retrofit bottom drain. Yeah, box weld liner all the way, or if you can, block work on fiberglass. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about it for this pond. But what I'm going to do is, once we finish the big pond, we'll dismantle this one. This is going to be a decked area, but I'm actually going to use all the materials, the liner, etc., just to build the kids a small pond. A couple of 1,000 litres, just so they can keep their own goldfish, and I can use it a bit as a quarantine tank, and some of the smaller koi can go in there, because the kids actually love it. But, the dog's out today helping again. He's working hard. Ted, you alright, boy? Say hello. Back off, he says. Back off. But yeah, that's my pond. So just to finish off the little tour of my old pond, I was just going to show you something. We don't have an automatic feeder or anything like that. I'm very fortunate to work from home, so I'm here to feed the fish as and when, and obviously the kids, that's a big part of their love for the pond, is feeding the fish as well. So I just wanted to show you something. I originally had all my food. I mean, I use a mix of a growth food and a premium food once the temperatures are above 12 degrees. I use nishikoi, I think it is, myself. I know others have different recommendations of food, but I've never had a problem with it, and it doesn't break the bank too much. But I was sick and tired of having, where I mix my foods together, I had them in an old dog box, or dog bowl box in the garage. But what I'd done was, in the style of when you visit the farms and that, they have the feeders. I did look at the ones, the coin operated, like the old sweet machines. Obviously they're really expensive, so I managed to find this on eBay for, I think it was £6, 6 or 7 quid, and so we just use it for our feed, so the kids can come out as and when, I can come out as and when, and it's literally a case of turning the handle and out the food drops. Yeah, there's no exact calculation of how much I use in terms of grams, but I feed them 3, maybe 4 times a day in the summer. They seem pretty happy with that. I'm sure they'd eat more if they could, but yeah, it's just an idea for some of you, especially those ones that have got kids. And there we go, that's it. That's your lot for this week. Yeah, not a lot else to say. Hopefully the next one I'll be uploading will show the hole fully dug, rebar in, bottom drain in. Hopefully have a bit of a decision on filtration. Like I say, I'm torn at the moment whether just to go with the Nexus. I've seen so many good reviews, but equally I've seen so many bad reviews, so I'm really not sure what to do at the moment, whether I spend the extra. I've actually been looking at the Draco Medius. Comes in at a couple of £1,000. I think it's the Solum 16 plus the bio unit. Looks a good filter actually, and the footprint obviously is a lot smaller than the Nexus. But let me know in the comments if you've got a Nexus, how do you find it? I'm looking at the 320 plus, I think it is now. Yeah, let me know how you find it. Just really looking typical really. People tend to only leave bad reviews. You don't see so many good reviews these days. So yeah, any opinions you've got. Oh, dog's off. Have you gone from a Nexus to a drum? Have you seen a difference? Was it worth the extra cash? The old spondoolies? I don't know, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Just a couple of thank yous really. There's a few key people on the forums that you come across. It is Craig McNeish on Passion for Koi and Queenie Koi, and obviously James the Koi Whisperer was always very helpful. Enjoying watching his videos at the moment. But yeah, there's it always surprises me. I used to belong to quite a few car clubs, and in comparison, you know, the koi guys, they're so helpful. You know, all the men and women out there that deal in koi, that have got their own koi ponds, etc. You know, they'll do anything to help you out and advice, and the feedback I've had on this video is greatly appreciated. We look forward to James's uploads on a Sunday night, Monday night, and we've been sport lately, so he's been uploading on a Tuesday as well. Poor guy digging holes everywhere and drainage issues and God knows what else. So we're all sat back enjoying the videos, and the poor guy's hanging out his arse. But yeah, just want to wish him all the best and good luck with your build, and yeah, crack on, keep uploading the brilliant videos. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll upload some of my ideas for the new pond, and then I'll say tutty bye for this week. But yeah, like I say, I really appreciate you all watching the video, and hopefully it's of some help, if not some interest, even if it's just to watch it and think, oh, what's this guy on about? You know, he ain't got a clue. But yeah, if it makes you chuckle, that's fine with me. But yeah, I'll catch you in a minute, and I'll show you my plans for the new pond. Ciao. Right, here we go. We're back indoors. It's 2021. And with all the technology, here I am sat on my dining room table, and I'm literally about to film my laptop, because I've got all my documents on my laptop and I've got no idea how to get them onto my phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to turn the screen around, and I'm going to show you what my plans are on the laptop itself, if I can find them. But yeah, so excuse the technology. It's, well, it's tough luck really, because it's all I got. Right, so here we go, folks, by the power of technology. So what we got here, so this is the basic pond dimensions. So external we're 4.05, width wise we're going to be 3.15. That actually fits in, so it's full size blocks. So other than on the corners, there's very little cutting. But yeah, that amounts to, it comes in about 13,500 square meters. Litres even. So this is the actual filtration. So this is looking from the side view and an end view. So we're going to have a skimmer, JBR plastic skimmer, which will be pump fed to one return on the far side of the pond, and then this up here, this incredible drawing, is actually my DIY filter. I mean, you saw that earlier, and you can, I think you'll agree, the likeness is uncanny. So up the end, we've got the Evo 55, again, so this will be pump fed directly from the filter itself. The filter will be fed via the spin drifter bottom drain, which has arrived and is sitting beside me. Alternative Aquatics, absolutely spot on. Give them a look up. But yeah, so coming back via an EA Vary pump 20,000. That'll come back to 2 returns. Obviously, one of those being the main one being through the UV filter. This is just a bird's eye view. So at the moment, you'll see that it's got the Nexus in there, because that's what I originally planned. But I am open to persuasion. Like I say, I've been looking at the Draco Medius, I think, or Medium, whatever it's called. But yeah, definitely want to hear your opinions of your Nexus 320s, or Nexus 320 pluses, if you can. I know that's fairly new out, but whether there's much info on there. But yeah, that's the pond. So 13,500 litres roughly. That's based on 1.35 deep, but I'm looking like I'm going to go slightly deeper. So I think the last calculations I did, it comes in at just under 15,000 litres, I think it was. But yeah, you can see hopefully the flow will be okay. But again, open to criticism. If you think there's a way that can be improved, definitely let me know. Right, that's definitely it from me for this week. I think the video has been long enough, and my phone keeps telling me the memory's full, so I'm gonna have to be quick. But yeah, just to answer a couple of things. Some of the main questions I've had. Budget for this pond. I am far from a rich man. Honestly, my budget is beg, steal and borrow is my budget. So I've got a bit of money in the bank, but not a lot. And with any pond build like the last one, it just keeps escalating. So have I got a budget? No. Subject to cost is how long it'll take me to finish it. So I originally planned a year. So next spring I would finish, but I honestly don't know. Like I say, if you're looking for a channel that has a builder in to do everything, that has the top filtration, that has someone in to build the whole thing basically. You know, this is built, not brought. So if you want to see the finest equipment and the best pond you've ever seen, probably I'll probably go and find another video, because I'm just a DIYer. Not a brilliant one at that, but yeah, if you want to carry on seeing bits of homemade stuff and just scraping by, like I say, big stealing and borrowing, that's this is your video. But yeah, so the budget wise, no, there isn't one. I just have to keep sneaking bits past the wife when she gets home and there's boxes everywhere. Yeah. And the other question was, what got me into the hobby? So I will upload a picture in a minute. Our first pond at this house, I always grew up, the family home had, my mum and dad, or my dad, he had a pond. That's probably about 1,500, 2,000 litres-ish, I suppose. So I grew up with fish, and then in this house we was able to have the first pond, and I bought a preformed Blagdon 500 litre, and we bought a couple of tiny ghost koi, and just before lockdown they really started growing. We had a few goldfish in there as well. So then I wanted to build the 5,000 litre pond. So we put them in the 5,000 litre pond, and you never guess what? And crazy fuckers, they kept growing. They didn't stay the same size, they kept growing. And then somehow, I don't know how, but fish got added. I don't know how, but those fish got added. I don't know who brought them. I do know who brought them, it was me, but they got added. So yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen on the next one though. I'm hoping this is my forever pond, but I've heard so many people say that. But yeah, what got me into fish, I suppose, it was being around them, and I just love seeing my kids' faces when they're playing around with the pool, the pond. I mean, they help me net them up and check them over and scrape or whatnot. So yeah, it's just something to do as a family. And to be honest with you, I got quite a stressful job. So being able to come home and relax, I say come home, I work from home, being able to walk out the doors and just enjoy the pond when we finally get some decent weather. I mean, it's sunny now, but it's pretty cold out there still. But yeah, I mean, it's just relaxing, isn't it? I think the whole Japanese Zen thing is relaxing. Although I will say looking at your bank account isn't so relaxing. But the cure for that is don't look at your bank account. So keep an eye out for the next video, which will be, this one I'll upload Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll do one the week later, hopefully be in a bit more of a position to show you what resembles a pond as opposed to a muddy hole in the ground. But yeah, stay safe, have a good week, enjoy your ponds. I think they give rain tomorrow down here in the south, but Sunday's nice, so get out there, enjoy the hobby, enjoy the fish, enjoy the company of your family, and just be good, I suppose. Ciao for now.